Hello and welcome to Reflections, episode 40, Getting the Van.
We get the van and we'll talk about it.
Here we go. Are you ready? You sure you want to do this?
I think so.
Well, we are about to go get a van in Seguin, Texas. Like a camper van. Like a
in
camper.
300 feet, true?
Like a camper van. This is our solution to taking the puppies with us a little bit more often. Was it solving anything else for us besides just taking the dogs? I feel like there was a little bit of us involved in the decision.
Yeah, well, I wanted a van from the beginning. I had, before we ever went camping together, for go there, do that, I had been on a girls trip camping with one of my friends, and she had just bought a van, right before COVID started, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that this would be so fun, and it just made the camping experience a little bit easier, and then you could just be enjoying outside without setting something up or worrying too much about cooking. So I already had that experience even before we went in and started tent camping. And actually before we started to go there do that, and then before we bought our house, basically after I had gone camping with my friend, I was like, what if we buy a van? Because I was I would want to do that. I realized that I liked being out there, but I kind of liked being in the van. And then I had literally done a little bit of research, but I had contacted a dealer in a van dealer in Florida, with a totally different type of van than we even wound up getting. But I was just very, at that time in our lives, I was something has to happen. I hate this because, COVID was cooping you up, and I was I'm gonna explode if we're not allowed to do anything. Maybe we can do this and blah blah blah. And then you were the voice of reason in that, and you were so maybe we should not do that right now because that seems kind of crazy. And that was the right decision to make at the time. We hadn't even camped together before, so we decided to actually settle in a little bit more even, and we bought the house. And then, which I'm really glad we did before we bought a van, because I don't think we'd ever be allowed to buy a house after purchasing a van. And because they're looking at if you're crazy or not. And there was no evidence of us being crazy yet when we bought our house. And then, and then we were in our house for about and then we held off for about a year and a half before we did buy the van. And then we started tent camping because it was okay, we should probably decide if we even like camping together before we go off and buy an expensive converted van, and do more research on the van that we want and all of that. And so we and honestly when we were looking at floor plans and stuff, so then we almost bought a van immediately, and then we didn't because we are smarter and more responsible than that overall, but we still have that energy. And then we researched for a year and a half, and at first I think it was the Heimer. Yeah, that was the floor plan that we liked the most, but Heimer's not really available in the US much. It's very much more a European van, so there wasn't much availability. And then there was a couple of others that we dabbled, but just wasn't in love with the floor plan. because we wanted to be able to bring the dogs, which means you need plenty of room for two big dogs, and then our cat, And then we wanted the bed in the back because, of course, we were like picturing, you know, that picturesque view of like you're like laying in bed and then the back doors are open and you're in this like beautiful spot. And then you're just like, you're just like there. So I really wanted that. And then bathroom was important. And then like storage was very important because I like to have things in a place. And then, yeah, we looked at a couple of others and then wasn't really like inspired by it. And then my friend that actually got the van first was like, hey, have you heard of this one? And it was the Solus. And it was literally perfect, like checked all the boxes. We went and looked at it, like that, not the one we got, but like that version before we like put our deposit down and stuff. And then once we like saw it in person, it was like, okay, yeah, this one is the one. And then, yeah, and then we did do some moving around to like make the van make sense because, yeah, like a quick Google search will turn up that was probably like the dumbest financial decision we've ever made, but the best, like one of my most, no regrets, basically. And so we did move some stuff around and like, I guess we can talk more about that later. Sorry, I just like went off. So we can watch a little bit more and then come back. Okay, sorry.
Oh, one of those.
One of those is ours. Which one's ours?
We just arrived to Stallman's RV in Seguin, Texas. We are very excited to see the van.
We're taking her home.
It's a girl, I guess.
Obviously.
Oh, what I wanted to say earlier was, based off of what you had said, everything is it was premeditated. I forgot that I was going to say that. Like this isn't a spontaneous choice. It was like, a year and a half of thinking about it and meditating on the decision.
Right.
But it was, yeah, like there were steps that's not shown here.
Yeah. That
lead to this, and that's why we have this part of it where we talk about that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about some of the things you did to like get us there?
So it was the day we went and looked at the van. I went at my job I had at the time, went back to work. It was like on a Sunday we looked at it, and then I had applied a raise. A part of me moving some things around was asking for a raise, but I realized that I actually
deserved a raise.
And so then I got one. But the motivation behind it was to get the van. It wasn't like I deserve more. It was like, oh, I have this thing I want to do. Didn't bring it up. It wasn't important for the...
Yeah, it was really scary. We were not familiar with like how to ask for a raise or like that's even really an option. Like you were working in like government. I was a teacher, so like asking for a raise as a teacher is not a thing. Yeah. So, yeah.
So it somehow in that timeline of my history there, that was go there, do that, did motivate me to ask for a raise, which is a kind of a big deal in the terms of like my life and milestones and stuff. Like
self-worth.
It was a moment for me to like actually do that, and then realizing that I did in fact deserve it was cool because but it's all the magic of go there, do that. It just motivates things surrounding it that allows me to be more myself. But that was like an example. Yes, I did. Yeah. I did think about mentioning that too. But
yeah.
So more stuff behind getting this video.
Yeah. Well, and like I like had crunched the numbers, so it was like I know that this is something we can do. We just need to like be mindful of what we're doing, and then like to be more comfortable with that, because I was kind of like afraid to pull the trigger unless we were like making a little like some more money, and then you went for it. I'd been following like the van pages, like there's like a Travato page, which is like a similar build to the Solis Still Winnebago, and then like following the Solis pages, and people talk about like all there is to talk about on the vans on there, like and some of the things that are talked about is like purchasing the van and everything. And sometimes people will ask pretty like just innocent questions about like financing and stuff like that. And then there were always like people in the comments that would be like, if you're having to ask this question, if you're having to finance the van, then you have no business buying a van. If you can't pay for it in cash, then you're a big fat idiot. Because I had to like combat that of like kind of those like voices in your head that are like, are you an idiot? But I'm like, okay, so what's the alternative? We wait until we're 70 and retiring, because that's what most of the people who are commenting that are doing. You know what I mean? And then, or you, like, we didn't have anyone helping us financially, and never have. And so we don't have like that backing. And then like, we were only in our 20s. So like, how much saving are you really doing at that point in your life? Like, we've been doing plenty. We just bought a house the year before. And so it was kind of like, okay, do we like take this risk? Because it absolutely is a risk. But like, what is the reward for that? And the reward for us would be like being able to do what we found out we like really, really, really liked doing, and like it being that much easier and like accessible for us, and like being able to take the dogs and like go on these road trips that I just like imagined. And yeah, and it, overall cheaper than flying and doing that type of stuff. So yeah. Anyways, I don't feel like I have to like justify it, because it's a decision I stand behind 1,000%. But there were definitely like, those echoing voices that were like, you're dumb. So.
And probably we wouldn't have been able to go camping for too much longer because of the camera situation.
Yeah, that's true.
Because anytime if we ever got rained on in the tent with no rain fly, then it would have been right away, let's never do this again. But we were lucky enough to not get rained on, and then we got the van because I was like, oh, it would be great to be able to store things safely.
Yeah, like protecting, getting this asset to protect this other asset that we've invested in. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So that was something that I didn't know how would be sustainable, but the van was the answer to that dilemma too. So it's all
it answered a lot of
cohesive,
questions.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yes.
All your fluids are the same. Washer, power.
You ever got a jump start? This year you're positive, this year negative.
So Rick,
Wow.
Like, we are just about to like drive off the lot with this. Like, it's our first time driving the van. It's a little noisy. How are you feeling?
I mean, it's fine. It's a car.
Yeah.
Vehicle.
Are you too tall for it?
No.
It is weird. Like, the road is like right there. You think you can get up here?
There we go. Good girl. This is for you, so you can go on many, 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 many trips with us and be comfy. Yeah, check it out. Check it out, baby girl.
Not sure if she cares.
She cares, because that means she gets to go.
Her face.
Yeah.
As you say that. She's like, I do care.
I care.
She's smiling all big. Like, that's a smile.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and that's like so meaningful too, because like, Danny's gone now. She's been gone since 2023, and so absolutely having those like moments with her and like tent camping with her was wonderful. But yeah, like she was usually fine. O'Malley was usually the one seeming a little less comfortable. But like, yeah, just having the opportunity to go on that many more trips with her, and just give her like the best life that she could have had is means a lot. Yeah. But yeah, like the feeling of driving away with it was crazy because it's like, you know, up until that point, it doesn't, you know, that's kind of just how my brain works, is like until it's happening, it's hard to know that it's like real. And then I'm like, wow, they just like let us leave with this. This is ours now. They'll let you do that. Yeah. But it was like shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In order to get us, like, the reaction to us driving it the first time, because we drove up there in a different vehicle, but then it showed us driving. We didn't like leave a car there. It was, I remember saying,
oh yeah, how did that work?
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
I remember saying, let's just drive it around once, and you would, because then you can actually get the real reaction. And I'm just like, it's fine, it's a vehicle. Like,
meanwhile you're like,
yeah. I don't. It was scary to drive
out.
the first time because it's a large vehicle that I haven't driven a vehicle that big.
No.
Since, you know, before this.
Yep.
So when driving it, it feels like it's heavier, and you also are closer to the windshield is like
right there.
Drops
You're
off.
like, oh, I can see this like road.
Yeah.
You're just right there.
It's way different than a normal vehicle because of your height and everything. But
yeah. But it's very but after like having driven it, it is like easy to drive.
Yes.
Especially like compared to, because we did consider, you know, getting like a trailer, like a RV that could hook up to my SUV, or we even considered like getting upgrading to a truck so that we could get, because you are kind of limited with what you can get with an SUV and be able to tow safely.
Yeah. But
then it was like, okay, but then when you're weighing that and you're including like the cost of a new truck or whatever, and then the camper, and we would have to store it, then it was like that kind of it's not that much cheaper. You know. I guess, yeah. So yeah.
And Danny was happy.
Yeah, she was.
This is all for you. Whoa.
What?
Just crazy.
Also, I really liked taking all my organization from like the bins that were stored in the garage for camping, and then like putting everything in its place in like the cabinets, and like knowing that like, okay, it's in the van now, we're much less likely to like forget a lighter like we did on our first trip, and like and things like that, like being able to keep it in that space. It made it a lot easier to just like get up and go, you know, and make camping just like more of a freeing thing for us instead of like another thing for us to be doing. Because if you've been watching, I know like Alaska was right before this, but like some of our camping trips before Alaska, it was like tent camping was like wearing on me a bit, mostly because of like what was going on in like our lives and stuff too. But it was like making me really upset that it was feeling like another thing to have to do, because I knew like how important it was and how valuable it was to like my soul. But it was like more work and effort to like put together. And so I was just so delighted to be able to like organize things in the van and like know that we'll have that, and just be able to kind of take off and enjoy. But yeah, this was our first pretend trip, as you called it. Yeah.
Yep. It was the day after we got it.
The very next day. Yep.
So we're about to go on a pretend trip. This is to a wedding. Our friend invited us to. She's getting married, but we are gonna stay overnight somewhere with the van tonight. We're going to the wedding today, so this will be good practice.
Which makes it not very pretend.
Well, it's not for camping though. We will see how it goes. If we forget anything, that would be funny. Just kidding. No, it wouldn't.
We definitely will forget something.
What's up?
We are site 60, and that is going to be, we're here, so we go, apparently, according to this line, we drive through these campsites.
Cool.
Yeah, so the idea behind the pretend trip was like we weren't like camping somewhere or like taking all the animals, like it was just us. And then we just stayed at like an RV park near where the wedding was. So it was kind of perfect to just like get our bearings and like be in the van the first night and, you know, kind of work out some things.
Yep. And it rained at the wedding, so they had to
Right.
bring everything in. And so there weren't enough seats for everybody to sit at. So we have a photo of us eating in the van
Yeah.
that first night.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't sit anywhere. We were like, we'll just go to our van. Like, we just walked out with the food.
Yeah.
Not that it, you know, it
Yeah,
just
we were like, oh, that doesn't bother us any.
We weren't a problem.
We have somewhere to eat.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And then we have a photo of the way the RV park looked. It wasn't like a nature-y type area that we weren't highlighting. This is just strictly, it's called getting the van. It's not about, yeah. And then, like a short while later, we were going to,
The very next weekend.
we were
Yeah.
going to San Angelo to like show people because it's a really big deal.
Well, I was like looking back through my photo roll
Yeah.
to look for some of the photos, and I think we were going there to take my friend's pregnancy photos. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just took the van there.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. That's
Yeah.
and we showed people, but
Right. Of
obviously,
course. But yeah.
but on our way there, we had our first breakdown, and
Yeah.
this is me explaining it.
Yeah.
So we were driving to San Angelo, and then things started not working. So we're in Eden, Texas, sleeping outside of a hospital. Well, maybe not sleeping, but
We don't tell anybody about our shame.
I'm not. Okay, we can talk about our shame
Okay.
and behind that.
Yes.
Because the reason it broke down was whenever we were getting the van, the generator was new and they turned it on with the AC and then it shut off. And so they were like, we can look into it and you just can like not have the van for a couple weeks or whatever. But we're like, we want to use it now. It's not a problem. And so if they said, if you have issues, you can bring it back. So we drove off with that. They had opened something to look in, and there was like a cable that was loose, and it just needed to be like snapped into place. But it activated this thing called hill holder mode, which just makes you cannot go above 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, but we like made it all the way, like, you know, we live like 3.5 hours
Yeah.
from San Angelo, and
So
we'd made it all but 45 minutes without that happening, like just smooth
Yes.
sailing. And then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, what's happening? We can't go more than 30 miles an hour.
It was 25, 30 miles an hour, and it was just some electronic thing within the van. So we stayed in a hospital overnight. Guess I'll slow down for him.
Being passed by a tractor right now. So, this is van life. When your car goes into lit mode.
And then the next day drove, and it took a very long time to get.
But we
the
didn't
rest
want
of the
to.
way.
We didn't want to make the rest of that drive at night because we were like going so slow on like a 70
Yes.
mile an hour road, and
Right.
so it was like felt way more dangerous to be doing that at night.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's not recorded because I thought that we were just gonna have to I don't know what we were
Yeah, no cooling off period, you saw.
Yeah.
So I guess we were the dummies for taking off with,
like it was
because we were like, no, we'll fix it later. Because
Yeah.
I mean, everything would have been under warranty and everything. So it
Yeah.
was like, okay, if it is a problem, we'll get that situated.
Yep.
But like, this is our van. And at that time in history, like getting a van was a little more complicated. Like you could wait months to get a van because it was like 2021 and everybody was like, let's get out of here. And so there was a lot of people buying vans at that time. And so sometimes you'd have to wait for like a long time to get the one you wanted, because we wanted a very specific one, and they had just started making them like the year before. And so there wasn't like a whole ton of inventory. And so yeah, we were like, we'll figure it out. And then we almost felt really dumb, but then it was a very easy fix.
We just drove it to
The Ram dealership.
and they fixed it in like an hour or something. Like it wasn't that long at all. So it wasn't a big deal. I'm so glad that happened, because it was kind of a fun story now.
Yes.
Instead of a nightmare.
Exactly. And you know what? Like for breaking down in Eden, Texas, and then, we just pull over somewhere and get to go to sleep.
That's true.
In the back, like we didn't have to get a hotel. Like that was like the whole. So yeah, I was like still upset, but I remember thinking like, well, at least because we had the whole crew with us then. Like we had the dogs and Smoosh with us, and yeah. So then it was like, okay, well, at least we're all comfortable. The AC and generator was working. So
it was just a loose cable.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yep. It was an easy fix, but yeah, it was like, yeah, because in that moment you're like, oh my gosh, is this a sign? Am I the dumbest person in the world? We did just buy a van. It feels crazy, but also it was very premeditated. So yeah, but it worked out.
Yep. But this was a tricky episode because I was like, I'm going to have to talk about this now. Like we haven't really talked about it all that much. I mean, so far, obviously we haven't mentioned it in perspectives or reflections that much.
Yeah, we hadn't bought it yet in that in that universe.
So
yeah. Oh, and another thing too, we like in buying the van, we did like go down to only having 2 cars, and one of them being the van. So that was like also our thinking. We were like, okay, well the van is going to be like one of our cars, so we're getting rid of a car payment, and the van is just going to be one of our daily drivers. And I drove the van to school.
Right.
For, like a year and a half while I was still teaching, and then you would drive the van to work sometimes. And so we just like made it work, and it's still, we have a car and we have the van, and that is how it works for us.
You just had to drive it basically across the street to the school that you taught at, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Exactly.
It was very manageable.
So that was kind of fortunate.
Plus, like, teaching at that stage, it was nice to like know the vans in the parking lot. Like, it's kind of like I can drive away and never look back at any moment, right?
Any moment.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like that now.
Don't push me.
Yeah.
It's right out there.
It's right out there. Yeah, and then like I remember one time, it was like when we first got it, and so obviously like it spread, and then like everyone knew like I had the van, and so like there weren't the teachers and the kiddos knew about it, and it was like kind of this fun thing. But you like were there or something, and somebody like called the, like, what was it?
Okay, so I had needed to get something from the vehicle that you were driving, because that's a normal thing.
I was driving it, and you were like, I need this thing out of the van.
I had to go up and just get it really quick. And so I had, opened the door and left. But then I guess that person that we saw later that day that
She was like at happy hour with us later.
Saw her later, and I was like, "Did you contact the school? Like that was me." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." But I was like, Heather drives the van. She was like, I just didn't put the two together.
You're seeing a van at a school, and you're kind of like, "What's going on here?"
But you had it there for a while, and
it wasn't like the first week that we had it or anything. But
yeah. But I saw the person later, and I was like, "That was me. You know who we are.
Don't call on me again."
Yeah. Good grief.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But overall, that was just the intro to getting the van, and it was.
Yeah.
I've very limited footage, obviously, because we didn't like go on a bigger trip yet.
Yeah. When we started Perspectives, we kind of like put it on the schedule, like question mark, because we were like, I don't know if we have enough footage or like what we'll do with it when we get there, but it would be kind of fun to talk about getting the van because it is like a big step in the story.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that was good to have, and we'll do a lot with it.
Yep.
We do a lot with it. So that's what's
and
next.
we still do.
As of recording this episode.
We were camping in it like 2 weeks ago.
So
yeah.
Fun stuff. Anything else? I mean, like I'm very glad that we've made it to this point many years later to be able to talk about it and still be able to use it because it's been 5 years
right
now.
Right. Not so impulsive now that we've had it for going on 5 years.
Yeah, but it was a lot of preliminary stuff to actually get to the point of being able to get it, and then it's a lot to have, and then it's a lot to be able to remember to use and
take care of.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a responsibility that I was willing to take on, and
it's another house.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's a lot of responsibility, and you gotta love her and take care of her, and but she's doing us well.
And it's a girl.
Yes, obviously.
So. Well, thanks for watching, and go there, do that.
Yeah. The next episode is our first time actually camping in it with
the gang.
The whole gang.
The whole gang. So keep that. Yeah. Keep that in
First
mind.
time camping with Smoosh. So we made him a camping cat.
Yeah. Yep. Goodbye.